Hi, I'm Abby, and I'm on the sales team here at Emergenetics. One of the most powerful ways I use the Emergenetics framework in my role is through questions I ask. By making sure I ask questions that reflect each of the attributes, I know I'm getting a more complete picture of my client's needs, goals, and expectations. When I look at the thinking attributes, each one helps me uncover a different dimension of what matters most to the client. Analytical questions help me understand the logic, metrics, and success criteria behind their request. I might ask, how will you measure the success of your program? Or what are your goals for this initiative? These questions help me understand the outcome they're targeting and the evidence they'll use to evaluate success. Structural questions help me understand the timeline, process, and practical constraints. For example, when do you need to see results by? Or what milestone or deadline should we be aware of? These questions help me shape a solution that fit their operational reality. Social questions help me understand the people involved and the human dynamics behind the decision. I might ask, in addition to yourself, who is involved in the decision making, or who is the audience or end user for this program? These questions help me understand stakeholders, expectations, and who ultimately needs to benefit. Conceptual questions help me explore possibilities, past experiences, and their vision for the future. For example, what have you tried in the past? Or what is your vision for a solution for your challenge? These questions open the door to creativity and help me understand how open they are to new approaches. Don't forget the behaviors. They help me understand how the client makes decisions, how they move forward, how they prefer to communicate. Expressiveness questions help me understand how they like to share information and how much detail they want. I might ask, would you prefer to walk through the options together or review materials on your own first? I can also say, how do you like to receive information? Call or an email? These questions help me match their communication style. Expressiveness questions help me understand their pace, decision making style, and how ready they are to move forward. For example, what are your next steps internally for moving a program forward? Or how quickly are you hoping to make a decision? These questions help me understand momentum and how to support their process. Flexibility questions help me understand how open they are to change, iteration, or alternative approaches. For these, I might ask, is there a set event we're working towards, or are we open to options? I can also say, if we shift priorities, what would be the most important to keep consistent? These help me understand how adaptable the solutions need to be. By intentionally asking questions that reflect each of the Emergenx attributes, I'm able to build a fuller, more accurate understanding of my clients. And it helps me see their goals, their constraints, their people, their vision, their pace, and their preferences. And ultimately, it allows me to make recommendations that truly fit, not just what they think they need, but what will actually move their organization forward.